screens give me goosebumps. I'm not.
Yo, we about to teach you the most simplest four-step process in the world, right? Literally how to trade something as complex as a foreign exchange market in 4 steps, right? So how many of you guys have ever traded currency before, right? Let me know down below. Drop some ones if you traded currency before. If you haven't traded currency before, drop some twos, right? So welcome to the channel, Saucy 1K Vibes family, right? Like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, right? So I'm gonna teach you guys how to trade in the market with 4 simple steps, right? It's called the Delorean strategy. Now, what exactly is the Delorean, right? So it's a multi-frame scanner. It scans 30 currency pairs, an adaptive algorithm, and is very easily visualized, right? So it has a simple interface, clickable alert panels, right, and simple arrows. It's a web-based software, so it is compatible with anything, right? It doesn't matter what it is. It is super compatible with anything, right? So, right, that leads us to the next step, right? So it was founded by one of the 100 educators that we are learning from, partnered with a company that is called Mr. I Am Mastery Academy, right? I Am Mastery Academy has changed tons and tons of lives, changed my life and thousands of others, right? Hundreds of thousands of others, right? So Mr. Patrick Kinney is one of the 7-figure educators, 8-figure educators out of the 100+ educators that you are going to have access to inside of I Am Academy. If you guys want to learn more, I'm going to drop my personal mentorship link below, right? So let's get straight to it, right? So how do you use the DeLorean, right? First, he built this for himself, and guess what he made it to be? Guess what it is? He made it one thing: simple. He made something as complex as a foreign exchange market simple, literally elementary. So whenever you see a blue arrow, you're going to go for a buy, right? You're going to go for a buy opportunity when you see that blue arrow, right? Whenever you see a sell, you're going to see a red arrow, right? So we buy and sell currencies in the foreign exchange market, right? So the same way you used to go and travel the country and exchange your dollar for a physical dollar, we doing it on our phones now. So we done upgraded. We live in a digital era. We can make money wherever we are, right? So how do you use these blue arrows and for a buy and this red arrow for a sell, right? It's a simple 4-step process, literally completely elementary. BCLS. You see the question marks, right? If you answer these questions and you get a yes to bigger, you get a yes to cut, you get a yes to find a location where you want it to be, and you got space, you take the trade, right? Don't make it harder than it has to be. We're making it super simple for you. We dumbed it down, right? So before we actually get into it, we're going to pay attention to the 2 candles to the left of the arrow, right? Now, here are some of your chart sheets, what we like to call our cheat sheets, right? So whenever you see a red arrow for a sell on the 15-minute, 30-minute, or the 1 hour, right? These are the time frames that we trade as an intraday trader, right? You have making money times from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. That is your get money times, right? So step 1, look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? You get a yes to this, go to the next step, right? Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? You get a yes to step 2. Guess what you're doing? You're going to step 3, right? It's location. Where's the location of the gray, awkward, or the blue line? Is it closely above or is it cutting through? You get a yes to either one, right? If either one of these lines are closely below or cutting through your line, right, closely above or cutting through your line, guess what you're going to do? Go to step 4, right? Now, step 4, if you got space, right, it says no lines. Make sure no lines are closely below, right? Stop you from making money. So they have to literally be touching or within 10 points of space. If it's not neither one of those, you get a yes to that. Guess what we doing? Guess what we doing? Guess what we doing? We going to take the trade and make us some money in the market. Everybody loves making money, right? Now, whenever you see a blue arrow, that's when you're going to take a buy signal for the 15-minute, 30-hour, or the 1 hour, right? From 2 to 10 a.m., right? So step 1, is the blue candle bigger than the red? We get a yes. Step 2, does the red line cut through both candle bodies? Step 3, where's the location of the gray, awkward, or blue line? Is it below? Is it cutting through? Now, step 4, do we have space? Are there any lines closely above stopping us from making money? Are they within 10 points of space? Do we have more than 10 points of space, right? If we have more than 10 points of space, and that's enough space for us to make money, right? So step 4, we get a yes. We get a yes to step 4. What we doing, family? What we doing? We're going to take the trade. It's that simple, right? So these are your swing trades, right? So if you get a blue arrow on the 4 hour or the daily, you can hold this as long as you want, right? You can hold it to kingdom come, right? It's the same 4 steps. Is the blue candle bigger than the red? Does the red line cut through the candles? Is the gray, awkward, or blue line closely below the 2 candles, right? Or cutting through? Did you make sure that there are no lines above stop you from making money, boom, you take the trade, right? These are for your longer time period trades, right? I'm not a swing trader, right? Some trades I do, but like I like get my money intraday, right? I like to be in for either 45 minutes or a couple hours or maybe up to like 8 to 12 hours, right? I don't like to be in trades for days and days at a time, right? So now if you got a red arrow and it's for the 4 hour, the daily for the signal call, right? As you can see here, the time does not apply. Just like we said for the buy signal on the 4 hour or the daily. It's because you can hold this as long as you like, right? Up to your pleasure, up to your leisure, right? Long as you're doing smart risk to reward, right? Proper risk management, right? Go through your 4 steps. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? Is the gray, aqua, or blue line either above or cutting through, right? If either one of the lines are doing that, now saying you go to step 4, right? Did you make sure that no lines are closely below? And if you get yes to all the steps, guess what we doing? Guess what we doing? We taking the trade. If we get a no to any one of these steps, let's say if we get all 3 steps and we got to know to step 4, we saving money in our pocket, we don't take the trade. Let's say we went to step 2 and we got to know, we saving money in our pocket and we don't take the trade. If we do not get one step, we don't take the trade, right? So let's hit the chart. Now, this is an example of a sell. We got that red arrow there, and what we gonna look to? The 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Let's go through our steps. Step 1, is the red candle bigger than the blue candle? Is this red candle bigger than the blue candle? Yes, it is. Step 2, does this red line cut through both candle bodies? Guess what? Yes, it does. Now, step 3, where is the location of the gray, aqua, or blue line? The blue line is below. The gray line is below. But guess what? We got this aqua line. Let's follow this thing through, and it's cutting through. Now, step 4, we want space. Now, this is a great example of space. Guess what we doing, family? We got a yes to all 4, and we taking the trade and putting some money in our pockets. Now, let's go to this, right? This is what I love the most. You can literally get your time back. This is what we call our 3-call rule. If you're not in profit in 3 candles or less, you close the trade, right? You can literally set a reminder on your phone when to check the trade and go on about your day. This is how you get your time back. This is how you get your life back, right? You can literally be spending time with your family and you set a reminder. Let's say if you took a trade on a 1 minute, you set it for 3 minutes. On the 5 minute for 15 minutes. On the 15 minute for 45 minutes, you set a reminder. On the 30 minute for 1:30 and further below, right? 1 hour is 3 hours, 4 hours is 12 hours. In the daily, you set a reminder for 3 days, right? So this is an example of it, right? We got a red arrow, which is telling us to sell this, right? We got red candles. We got this line right here for protection, right? If it goes above this line, that's what we're going to do. We're going to exit the trade, right? We making money right here. We got this red arrow. Boom, it told us to sell. We're making money. We're making money. Oh, we got the opposite candle going the opposite way. We got a green candle. We don't like that. We only want to see red candles. That means we're making money, right? So for this 3-candle rule, right? In 3 candles, if your screen is blue on your phone, if your screen is blue on your phone and you're making money, you hold this trade, right? You hold this trade for another 3 candles. If it's not blue, you close that thing. This is an example of your trade not being blue. Our trade is red. We're going to close our trade and save us some money. Now, this is an example of a buy, right? Now, let's look at the 4 steps. Is this blue candle to the left of the arrow bigger than the red, right? Yes, it is. Now, step 2. Does this red line cut through both candle bodies? Well, yes, it does. Now, step 3. Is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely below or cutting through? Gray line is above. Blue line is above. And we got this aqua line cutting through. Now, step 4. Do we have space? Are there any lines closely below? Not closely, closely above, right? Not closely above, right? Not closely above. And we got enough space to make us some money, right? So guess what we doing, family? We taking the trade, right? Now, within minutes, you're already able to identify profitable setups, right? So now, imagine practicing this for even 1 month. Imagine practicing this for 1 month, right? Now, how would that impact your trading? With you being a beginner, you got literally 4 steps. This is elementary, right? Bigger, cut, location, space. You get all 4 and you're taking the trade. Right? This formula changed the way that I trade and thousands of others, right? So I am ready for you to have exclusive access to this, family. I'm ready for you to have exclusive access to this. Now, this software cannot be found online, right? It cannot be found online, right? Type the name of the person that invited you to this chat now, right? And if you're invited here, you have access to the software. Again, this is invites only. Take 1 minute and text that person, I want Delorean right now. If you're serious and you're ready to run it up, text that person, I want Delorean right now. Right? Now, texting who invited you is the only way to get access. Now, if you need further help, you have Mr. Tyrone Foster, the co-founder of the Delorean strategy. He trades live with the software at 6 a.m. Eastern. Now, Mr. Patrick Kennedy, he trades live at 9 a.m. with the software, and he's the founder of the Delorean, right? And also, Mr. Abel Melendez, he trades live with the software at 8 a.m. Eastern, right? So there's no choice but to win, right? So without further ado, that's everything today, family. You guys like, comment, subscribe, and stay safe. Saucy 1K, Bob's.
Blue screens give me goosebumps. I'm not knowing what to